Mm-hmm. Let's get it. Oh, thank you for tuning in, man. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now. Finding Ertz again. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. First carry for James Conner. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going for it. Hits Murray.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yardage before being taken down in midfield.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward. Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to Conner here on first. Pushes him aside at the... And he is in the end zone. Touchdown. James Conner. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heineke on first down. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw again on second down. Heineke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Third and short yardage. Heineke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He will lose a yard. Second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Handoff for Gibson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. From the gun, Heineke.
You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Heineke to throw for it on fourth down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He juked him. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington.
God damn,
Terry McLaurin, 31 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point line is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
From the 29, Murray caught by the tight end Ertz. I think the ball's out.
Look at that shit.
It's Washington that scoops it up. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4th. To throw is Heineke. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 40 yards. And Washington has taken the lead.
I read that shit, baby.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better go, baby. It's going to be a long day for you. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation.
situation, secured it tight to his body, and picks up the first down.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Murray to air it out again. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray flush to his right. He's got his man. It's in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Later for the extra point. We are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Robert Alford. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Second and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a big pickup on the 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. Not much there, only a yard. Now Murray again. That'll be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he knows no. They'll rally up to start and show the marker. Gibson, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Heineke. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Gibson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down throw for Heineke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's Heineke. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, after the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet. But time is still going to be a factor in decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Heineke. They'll Dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Oh my God, Heineke, God
He's taken down. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And his kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Murray. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a first down and more for Gibson as he'll get this one out to the 44-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Heineke. He's going to let it fly. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Entertaining game here, coming down right into that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
Nah, for real, man. Oh, what the fuck? Let's go, man. Not fucking rocking, man. Can't take shit for granted, man. You gotta beat the shit out of these niggas like they stole something, man. Some bullshit. Gotta beat them like they stole something. Hit this J. Stir it up. Let's go, alright. There we go. Yeah.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. He's out to the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Heineke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson.
Get him, Gibson. Get him, Gibby.
Touchdown, Washington.
Get him, Gibby.
Antonio Gibson, 48 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Yeah.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Luongo now from his end zone.
You can't wear the
25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Woo!
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Play action now. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Minnesota.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play fake. Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook.
Get him.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 60s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, Heineke. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Heineke. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke. Open man here, Sims complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They'll save him back at the 33-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taking it about the 1.
Get him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And we'll be brought down here at the 28. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Joseph's got it. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 29, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 71 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Heineke to throw it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, a run with Gibson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down now. It's Gibson. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. But the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as his defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Yeah, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the
and he will score! Touchdown!
Man.
Dalvin Cook, a 23-yard run. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off, following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so the pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kerrins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he will find his man, Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Can try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Heineke. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And down Inside the 15 he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
51 yards on the ground for him so far. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. But he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I ain't gonna roll another J job with the games up. No bullshit. I bet all roaches if I can find it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. Now the ball comes loose.
Ooh.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. It's complete to Lockett. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. Returning right back to Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
That's it.
See of defenders had intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Yeah, we're good, baby.
Across the 15-yard line.
Hey, I made a bet with myself, I ain't gonna roll another J until I motherfucking win the game.
Made sure the quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line.
I still got roaches, though. Don't get it twisted. I still got
in this case, about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Yeah,
the run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Until I win the game, man.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
This is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Here's Heineke. He finds his man complete. That's Reyes. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll take this down the 40-yard line.
What are they thinking of defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive.
Get him out this mouth. Hit it, man.
That's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Heineke on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Heineke being chased out left.
Yes, sir. Gibby.
Touchdown. Washington. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
So I'm going to roll up until I win the game, man. So let's go.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 8 coming up. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and short yardage, Heineke. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter. What's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Heineke. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Gibson again. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Heineke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. Now Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
Near the 34.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This will be Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw, Heineke. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
What the fuck,
She's taken
Heineke?
down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Yes, sir. St. Juice, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah, get him out of there. I can roll up though, babe. Hey, roll up, gang. Yeah. Oh no, stay tuned. We still running the back. This motherfucking roster. Who about to? Some papers. Yeah. Roll up. Yeah. That's for that one. I gotta get Chris Sims some more tip. 25? Yeah, it's gonna be a beast. Cam Sims gonna be a beast this year. You know what? We gonna rock with us, man. Hey, Cap. Man, you know we fuck with our own types, huh? Our own breed here in DC. Get it. But no bullshit, we fuck with our own breed. We sign everybody, like, our niggas and shit like that for the most part. Our nighters, Tim Settles, you know, they gotta get them bigger contracts, go somewhere else. Yeah. Well, we're very sure real belief in this, man. No bullshit.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Washington football team. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa. This taken in at the goal line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A little juke. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Brady to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And get that to Fournette. Complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a give to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
Yes, sir.
Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now looking to throw on first. A heavy rush, and down he goes. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
To try again after the sack, Heineke.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there and relax a little bit.
Play fake, and now Heineke. He finds his man, complete. That's Reyes. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Heineke. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st down, Heineke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Well, he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd and goal, Heineke.
What the
This
fuck?
is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So after the INT, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, wide open, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 99 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
I gotta beat the shit out of this thing. That's all it comes down to it.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
I beat the shit out of this thing. Bullshit.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. the play fake. Heineke. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Heineke to throw it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Yes, sir.
He's caught by a diving Thomas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it.
Let's go.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson, as the 1st half is winding down. And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
Let's go.
Extra point on the slide is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with a Bucs out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
I got you after this one.
And this carry out is productive. He's strolling out at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It's a 40-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On play action, now Brady. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Second down and goal. Brady. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Yeah.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On first down, Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And he's got this down to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side on the swing pass. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Out of the pistol. It's Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown! Cameron Brate, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That will slant to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, you serious, bro? Oh, my God.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. The 20. That's a pick six.
That's right.
Brings it back to the house for the Buccaneer TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.